Okay, today we're doing a deep dive into the 1993 World Trade Center bombing. Our sources, well, they paint a picture of something far beyond just a tragic event.
That's right. It wasn't just random terror. It was strategic, complex, and honestly, a kind of deadly dress rehearsal for 9/11.
Yeah, a really chilling precursor. Let's start with how the mastermind Ramzi Yousef even got into the U.S. Late 92.
Right? September 1992. And the way he did it was pretty cunning. He flew in with someone else, Ahmed Ajaj.
Ajaj, wasn't he the one who got caught?
Exactly. Ajaj was basically the mule. He was meant to be caught, had fake papers, sure, but the key was his luggage. It was packed with bomb-making manuals.
Bomb manuals? Why would they do that? Seems counterintuitive if you want the main guy to slip through.
Well, think about it. One manual even had Al-Qaeda written on it. It was a calculated diversion. The authorities at JFK, they find Ajaj, they find these manuals.
And all attention goes to him.
Yeah.
Leaving Yousef free.
Precisely. While they're busy focusing on Ajaj and these, seemingly important documents, Yousef just requests asylum. The detention centers were full, so he was released into the country. And he just, walked right in.
Incredible. So let's talk about what he planned to do. The actual attack killed 6 people, injured hundreds, which is horrific, but his goal was much bigger.
Oh, astronomically bigger. He built this huge bomb, maybe 1,200, 1,500 pounds of urea nitrate. And the placement was specific.
The parking garage, right, under the North Tower.
Yes, aimed directly at the core support columns. His calculation, his actual goal, was to make the North Tower collapse onto the South Tower.
And the death toll he imagined.
He estimated 250,000 people. 250,000.
Just unbelievable. And he had the technical skills for this.
Definitely. He'd studied electrical engineering. It wasn't just a big pile of explosives. He added compressed hydrogen gas cylinders.
Hydrogen, why? To make the blast bigger.
To make it hotter and last longer, a thermobaric effect designed to create this massive, sustained pressure wave to maximize destruction.
Wow. Okay, but there was even more to it, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Something darker.
Yeah, there's a chemical component. Investigators found their storage locker contained a huge amount of sodium cyanide.
Sodium cyanide. How much are we talking?
Enough, sources say, to wipe out a town. The plan was for the heat of the blast to vaporize it into hydrogen cyanide gas.
Deadly gas.
Which would then be sucked into the tower's ventilation systems. So anyone who survived the explosion could be killed by the gas. It's pure mass annihilation thinking.
Just horrifying.
Yeah.
Okay, so the bomb goes off. Thankfully, doesn't topple the tower, but leaves this massive crater. How did they even start investigating?
It seemed impossible at first. A 5-story deep, 100-foot wide crater, just chaos. But then about 2 days later, they found it.
The breakthrough piece.
Yeah, a mangled piece of a vehicle frame. Crucially, it had a partial VIN number on it.
The vehicle identification number, and that led them
straight to the specific Ryder van used for the bomb, and to the guy who rented it, Mohammed Salame.
Salome. His capture is almost comical if it wasn't so serious. The $400 deposit, right?
It's truly incredible arrogance. He kept calling the Ryder agency, trying to get his $400 deposit back for the van he just used to bomb the World Trade Center.
So they just told him to come in?
Yep. He shows up to sign the refund papers, and the FBI is just waiting there for him, arrested on the spot.
Talk about a blunder. But that brings us to the bigger strategic failure, doesn't it?
It really does. Everyone focused on the successful investigation, the quick arrest, this narrative of stupid Salome.
Which felt like a win, I imagine.
It was framed as a law enforcement victory, absolutely. But the U.S. fundamentally misunderstood what happened. They treated it as a crime, a terrible one, but ultimately a manageable domestic issue.
Instead of
the opening shot of a new kind of global war. They saw Salome's blunder, but they missed Yousef's blueprint for future attacks.
And Yousef himself. He wasn't caught then.
No, he was smart. Fled the U.S. just hours after the bombing. And he didn't stop planning. He later teamed up with his uncle,
Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, KSM.
The very same. They developed this hugely ambitious plot called Project Bajinka.
Bajinka. What does that mean?
It's Serbo-Croatian, apparently means loud explosion. The plan involved bombing about 12 passenger jets over the Pacific simultaneously.
That's horrifying. But there was another part to Bajinka, right? Something even more relevant looking back.
Yes. Critically, it also included a plan to hijack a commercial airliner and fly it directly into CIA headquarters in Langley.
Fly a plane into a building. That sounds chillingly familiar.
Exactly. And KSM himself later said, after Bajinka was foiled, that the failure of the 1993 bombing, the fact the towers didn't fall, showed him that bombs alone were, quote, Problematic.
So he needed a different approach.
He said it led him to graduate to a more novel form of attack, using airplanes themselves as guided missiles.
So the 93 attack's failure directly led KSM to the 9/11 concept, realizing Yousef's original terrible vision, just with a different delivery method.
Precisely. It's a direct line. The 1993 plot provided the operational lessons for 9/11.
It's quite something. The investigation in 93 was, by many measures, a success. They solved the crime, got convictions.
They did. The cell was dismantled.
But that very success seems to have masked this profound intelligence failure, completely underestimated the enemy, their determination, their ability to adapt and learn.
A fatal underestimation.
So thinking about all this, the failed 93 plot becoming the seed for 9/11, what stands out to you is maybe the single biggest lesson that was missed back then, which should have been learned but wasn't?